Hello everyone, Jenkar back, and I am doing boss rush number 2 for this. The challenge I had put up for myself was that I'm going to continue doing these boss rushes until I run out of characters I can't use. The rule specifically is every time I finish a boss rush, I cannot use the previous characters from the last run. In the case of what I did last time, I had used Core, Tidus, Garnet, Alisae, Kain, and Firion. So those are the 6 characters I cannot use for this time. Originally, I had thought this was going to be a 2-part series. I was honestly being pessimistic about it. I think I could probably do at least 3, if not 4 runs here. Specifically because of the synergy characters. With Cloud and Squall's start dash, it's probably going to show up alongside the stream that happens. I believe it's on Monday, so I'm probably going to look to do that. I'm going to do one more run, and then I'm probably going to wait for them to come out and see if I can finagle something together. That said, we start this fight off with Beatrix, Cypher, and Reigns. So I honestly didn't make a great choice with the teams here, specifically because Cypher right at this point isn't that great. And well, that's not true. Cypher and Reigns kind of take care of it, and they do a lot of damage together, but I feel like Beatrix wasn't the best choice here. Just because what's happening here is that, obviously, every time they hit the thresholds of 79% and 49%, they start having the incapability of being delayed by break unless they're launched, which is fine. But Beatrix, she does a lot of damage here. Like, that's what she does. She got a really nice upgrade. Her EX attack has 5 dumps. Her LD, I believe, has 2 dumps, maybe 3, I don't remember. And then her follow-up does damage, and it also gets rid of buffs on the enemy side. I think I could have probably picked a better damage dealer at this point. I just think that it wasn't the funnest option. Obviously, I'm trying to go through here as fast as I could. I wanted to get through here. I have like 13 turns left, and I'm on the first wave still, and I really got really frustrated about this because I didn't realize how tanky the first wave was. Like, I had no clue how much health they had. Like, it was awful. So I go into summon 13 turns and basically just try to do as much damage as humanly possible. I really wanted them dead by the end of the summon, and I was like, this isn't happening. What am I gonna do? So I think I get them around probably like 15% or so, because there's 3 turns left. I don't remember, but through here, just doing as much as I can here, because I did actually do a 3-team, I believe. Yes, I did 3 teams. So it's going to get a little bit spicy for characters moving on, but I think I'll be fine. These enemies just honestly are awful. Just moving through all this, like, I really wish I had brought someone who did a bit more damage. Like, while Beatrix is really, really good, maybe I brought Alisae because she has just innate HP damage up for the party. I'm not sure if Beatrix actually does. She probably does. I'm probably just speaking out of my butt at this point. But, so we have 10 turns left. I believe A is either going to die here or close to die here. And just Cypher's just here is like, okay, I'm just gonna do the damage. I had let Purge fall off, which is a big no-no. So I was like, why aren't they getting delayed anymore? And right here, you have Reigns, so I just go straight in the cavalry rush, pull up Cypher, and I don't remember if I actually killed here. And I didn't, so I had to just do an attack. Yeah, so I just use a free skill, and I'm into the second wave. I have 6 turns left. Not a lot of turns. It's kind of unfortunate that I got this low, this fast. So from here, I go into Heavenly Fist, call up Cypher, just make Cypher just attack as much as possible. His EX does loads of damage. The debuff it has is really good. Like, it prevents Brave Gain, I believe, for 1 turn. Beatrix is just going through, and Reigns just is still like one of the strongest damage dealers if you use them properly. And then I remember that I can't launch. So I was really, really sad when I got to this point, because I was like, man, Reigns could have did a lot of damage if, you know, Reigns was able to go. So I just use Beatrix's attack and I swap it out. So that's Reigns, Cypher, and Beatrix gone. I can't use them in any more of my challenges. Oh, look. I had an Eateroth team set up. Oh, that's awful. Compliments to the friends who understand when I say Yogurt Roth and how much fun and entertaining times I've had with it. In this point, I definitely do take Strago, Quistis, and Locke. Another unfortunate set, I should have brought either Selfie or Lude instead of Quistis, I believe. Just because Locke can take a lot of turns, and they would have just made Bazooka Grandpa just so much better at this point. So I just try to get as much stuff as I can. I get Locks. I have his burst effect, his burst attack go off, and then from there I just start prepping for burst, because that's what you do right here. And I just keep spamming Grand Delta with Papa Bazooka over here, and then I realized I forgot to use C65, so it only hits once. Very not great. And I was like, "Oh, dual cast, does that hit? How many times does dual cast hit?" So I hit one, and it only does a 2 dump. And I was like, "Oh, I thought this was gonna do 4. I thought dual cast was gonna go double." I was wrong. I was very sad about it. And I start seeing, man, 1.4 million damage from Master Genji. It's really good. Yeah, and then he goes for 1 million. Like, Locke's burst is always decent damage. Like, he can hit anywhere between 6.5 million to 10 million by himself, depending upon what debuffs and stuff you have up. And if there's 3 targets or not. If there's 3 targets, he can definitely hit that. But coming through here, 6.6 million. That's about what I expect whenever it comes to targets. And I didn't get my final hit and everything like that. I actually just kind of have Quistis here. Papazuka over here just keeps going. He keeps pushing them back. Makes me actually kind of think about if I really needed Quistis here. And even more entertaining, I wasn't able to even use my range call for this because I had forgot the part that they can launch. And I got real sad about it. Like, all these fights were pretty okay. Like, I just really wish there was 4 or 5 enemies instead of 3. Like, I don't know the next time we have a boss rush. I really love boss rush, and I was kind of disappointed for everything that we had going through. But we're halfway through our turns right now, and we're gonna do it. And Papa just going off, and look at that 1 million damage. It's crazy that he just gets released now, and he's still one of those characters you can still run for a while if I remember correct from people telling me stuff about JP. I've never really played JP. I turned it on once. I said, I can't read this. I can't do this. I don't even attempt to even pretend like I could do it. And I just go straight in LD. I was like, all right, let's just use it. I regret that. Right after I did, I was like, man, this is the worst idea. From here, I Phoenix Ray just so I can keep my Master Genji, and I go into the 3rd wave. So the Malboros, if I remember correctly, I have 9 turns. I still have my summon, so I just get the curse on my call up. And Quistis is, I think I just decide to just spam my moves with Quistis, get right before the summon, and then just go right into it. Because I just wanted to keep delaying them because I just didn't want to deal with it. I was like, I don't want to think about turns right now. I just want to kill them. So I go right here, and then, yeah, I go, oh, I wish I had Grand Delta, but I don't. So I have Quasar, so I just keep Quasaring because 160,000 twice is pretty good. And then Locke doing 1.2 million. I mean, there's just lots of numbers, lots of damage, and there's not really too much to say at this point. Like, right here is right when things start getting a little I would say spicy, except for the part I have calls. So, Locke's up. He's probably gonna, yeah, he just goes in LD because it just, his LD still does really good damage. Like, 660,000 for an LD use, like, it's not the greatest, but he gets a bunch of uses. It hits all targets for max damage. And Bazooka Grandpa's back. And, alright, so this is the end of this team right here, which is the 2nd team. So, I have one more team left to go, so I no longer can use Locke, Quistis, or Strago. Unfortunate. So, I bring Tifa, Noel, and Lude. I forgot that I brought Noel. Do I bring Noel? No, I don't. I bring Yang, because I'm going to just have Yang just sit there and just follow up over and over and over again with Tifa, which I found really funny. Like, I think I don't even remember what call I brought for Yang. I really hope it's Ash. So I want to make, nope. I forgot to bring the Ash call. because Garland usually ends up being my default call whenever I, you know, just swap out characters, and they say, you have dupes. I always pick Garland. I'm not sure why, but I always do it. Never ends, never fails. And seeing those double numbers for call, it brings a tear to my eye. I can't tell if it's because of sarcasm or because it's just that sad. Or funny. I'm unsure. There's just... So, I was really glad to bring out Mr. Yang here with his Kupo gloves here, because I always liked Yang. Like, whenever he first came out with Terra and the Terra-Yang combo, man, it was so much fun. I just wanted to bring it back, and not only that, he still does pretty good damage as long as you never let him ever take a turn, ever. And I try and do that, but the call he has up is 6 turns, so it's not the end of the world if you let him take a turn or something like that. Like, you just let his EX fall off if you have to. And right there, I went into Beat Rush. I think my buttons are mixed up for her. I'm not sure how it happened, but I was trying to hit Battle Cry there, which unfortunately means they get to take a turn. Which, it wasn't the worst thing, because it didn't kill everybody. I was worried it was going to be HP attack, and it hits Lude, which I think it does HP damage, but Lude doesn't care because it's Lude. And then from here, we just do the thing where you just hit Battle Cry over and over and over and over again, because it's right there. It's shiny. It lets you go over and over again, so you hit it. There's not much more I can say about that. I also saw recently that we did end up getting a notification about the gem cap. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. The idea that they're like, oh, we're reviewing it, but if worse comes to worse and we can't figure out a solution, we're implementing it anyways. I heard that, and I was like, wow, that's rough. That's a way to cut out a big portion of your fan base, but I don't really have too much of an opinion past that. Right here, we have Tifa. She's doing 700,000 with her LD. She still does so much damage. Like, I can't believe she just does this much damage still. Like, the only thing they did was just gave her like a dump or two on her. I think they gave her one more dump on Beat Rush, and then they just made her EX good. And oh man, from here, yeah, Tifa just literally just takes the rest of the summon, because Tifa just is the person who could use it the best, so why not just take advantage of it? And we have 11 turns left, 3 turns to summon, so I don't really have too much more to say, at least in this point of, I just really hope that we have more fights like Boss Rush, or more different things like that. I would love to see an Abyss that has Boss Rush. Other than that, what else has been going on? So, thinking about this, there's 6 characters from the first run, and then 9 from this run. So that means that is 15 characters I can't use after this, because I apparently hate myself or love myself. I'm still not sure. I just love trying to take things about this game and make it either harder or more entertaining, and right now, since content's really, really easy, this is my favorite type of stuff to do. Other than that, my name is Jenkar. Hope you had a great time. Have a great day. Stay classy, San Diego.